Hello YouTube world, my name is Nicholas Montez and you're watching my YouTube channel, Nicholas Montez. Welcome back to another YouTube channel video everybody. And today, in this video, we're going to be reviewing another episode of WandaVision, and that is, previously on. This was actually a pretty surprising episode, and there's a lot to talk about in this episode. And, with that said, let's just get started with the review. Alright, so for me, the best thing about this episode is that we get a bunch of questions answered. Now, it definitely, now, like most people have been saying about this show, is that it doesn't do what you expect. This is kind of another one of those episodes where it does something that you do not expect to happen. And that is exploring Wanda's past. Like, what was, like, her parents' death? What would that look like? Or how she got the powers of the Mind Stone? What would that look like? And, when she stole Vision's body, what would that look like? So, it does a lot of stuff that, you don't really expect, like, these what-if scenarios. And I think that's very cool to me. So this episode starts off, like, with Agatha Harkness. Actually, I don't want to... Doing this review is a little bit difficult because, like, I don't want to do it, like, spoiler, like, breakdown style. Because, like, I can't remember everything from this episode, alright? Because there's a lot. It's the longest episode we've ever had. It's 46 minutes long. So I can't uncover everything that we've gotten. But, you know, I'll try. But I'll try to at least cover the stuff that I liked about this episode. So, I thought that the way we got to explore Wanda's past was fantastic. It just added a bunch of wavelength to her character. It made her kind of matter a little bit more in this universe. It made her a much more powerhouse, especially in that scene where she, like, where we learn how the whole Westview sitcom was created. And I think that her pain, like, her emotions, like, her arc within this whole show, like, once you watch this episode, her arc really changes, and you can understand where she's coming from and stuff like that. Because, like, she literally comes from this little girl that loves sitcoms, and then her parents get blown up by, like, Stark stuff, and then she gets the powers of the Mind Stone. She starts the love interest with Vision, and then she loses her brother, and then she loses her boyfriend, her robot boyfriend. And so there's an arc within this character, I think, that really works. Also, Agatha Harkness, as we get more of her in this episode, she's very mysterious. But to be honest, even though in the last episode where she was basically sort of the villain, in this episode, it's a little bit confusing whether to think if she's the villain or not. Because she didn't really do any, like, villainous things in this episode. Like, she did, like, she did, like, have Wanda's kids, like, in custody, like, with, like, magic-y things on their necks, and she did tie her up, and she did, like, beat her up a little bit, but that's not really something an evil person would do. So I'm not really sure if I would predict her as the new villain of this show, or if Wanda is the villain of the show. Also, we gotta talk about the end credit scene. The end credit scene was fantastic. Now, granted, I don't know about White Vision, which is what this end credit scene gives us. It gives us a teaser of, hey, we're releasing Vision. And if you guys remember back in, like, a couple episodes later, like a couple episodes ago, Hayward said that Wanda broke in the Sword's headquarters and stole Vision's body. That did not happen. That was not true. That was false. Wanda did not resurrect Vision's body or even take it. She just went there to say goodbye. And the reason how Vision's back in this show is because because the way she created Westview, the Westview sitcom, I guess the whole sitcom also, I guess the way she wanted it also became her the way she wants things became her reality. And that's kind of cool. So when we get Hayward releasing White Vision, I actually think that's pretty cool, because it's like Hayward told us that lie so that way he could hide what he is building. That's actually kind of cool. But I'm wondering if Hayward is planning to kill Wanda with Vision. Hopefully he doesn't do that, because there will be probably some big emotional stuff with Vision and Wanda. Probably with more Wanda than Vision, but I don't know. So that's the good stuff of it. With that said, let's get started talking about the bad. Alright, now for me, now there's not really technically bad things about this episode, is that much like the last episode, it gave us a little bit more questions than answers. And I feel like some of the questions that we got answered just did not feel like answered well enough. Like they were pretty insignificant, but now that I watched the episode a couple times more, it feels a little bit less satisfying. And I know that sounds like a bad thing, but it is. It's a bad thing, but overall, this episode was still good. I still enjoyed it, and it's not the best episode, but it's still a very good episode. So I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. So yeah, those are my thoughts on WandaVision episode 8, previously on. So before I get on with my scores, please tell me down below, what do you guys think about WandaVision episode 8, previously on? And with that said, let's get started with those scores. Alright, so that is it for my WandaVision episode 8 review. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My TikTok name is Marvel1Fan, and my Instagram name is Marvel6. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.